What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day out there. So, yep, day early today. Instead of doing the video on Saturday, I decided to do a video today. Got a lot going on tomorrow, so figured just get it out of the way today. Heading over right now to my parents' house, where we will be taking out my father's 2015 Ram 1500, and we're going to do a little comparison with the Ram and the Tundra. A couple notes right off the bat. I'm not going to necessarily be comparing the Ram to the TRD Pro, because that wouldn't be fair. It's a Ram 1500 Bighorn, which I don't know too much about Ram, but I'm guessing it's pretty much like an SR5, like an SR5 upgrade. I don't know if they have an off-road package. I mean, I know they have the Rebel, but as far as like you can get like the SR5 with the TRD package, I don't know if they have an off-road package, but you know, just something to kind of loosely compare two trucks, you know, two competitor trucks. So one thing right off the bat, I've driven his truck one time, and that was when he first got it, which was like October, November 2015, and it was a very short ride, so a lot of the feel of the truck, I have nothing to work off of right now, so you know, you'll be seeing pretty much my first time really driving it. Just gonna take it around. What we'll do is we'll, you know, test the feel, test the power. We'll look at some of the exterior and interior features versus what the Tundra has, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm in the Ram. We will do a walk around, but first let's drive this thing. Let's get this thing out on the road. We'll drive it around, then we'll pull over somewhere. We'll do a quick little interior and exterior walk around talk kind of thing. All right, so right off the bat, things I got to tell you as I sit in this. This definitely has a heated steering wheel, because the steering wheel is feeling nice and warm right now, and it has heated seats. Yeah, this thing, one thing right off the bat, it has a lot of options, a lot of extras, stuff like that. In front of me, I have a digital speedometer and buttons that I could just switch through, and the option screen for all different types of stuff. Brakes feel a little bit different than the Tundra. Like I said, just a note, once again, I'm not directly comparing this to the TRD Pro, but I'm just comparing it to Tundra overall. It's got a good sound to it. It's got a better sound to it. As you saw in the cold start, I didn't expect that much dual exhaust noise. That was pretty cool. But ride feels pretty good right off the bat, like I said. I've said right off the bat about 4 times, and I apologize. It's just, I haven't really driven this, so I'm just making sure I do everything right here. But as we get going here, 5.7 Hemi has some good response, good feel to it. The steering wheel's hot. How do you turn that down? Alright, simple click of a button. It has a lot of buttons in here. A lot more buttons than I'm used to. Power fold away mirrors. I gotta say again, I really like the digital speedometer. In the FRS, there's a digital speedometer too. I don't even look at the actual speedometer, I just look at the digital part. It's good to know exactly what speed you're going, especially if you're in certain areas where police are very strict with speed and things like that. But overall, the truck is very, very nice ride. You know, I'm coming from a TRD Pro suspension that's, you know, built to go off-road and built to go high-speed off-roading and stuff like that. I believe the Ram has coilovers in the back versus leaf springs to make the ride even better, but this thing feels like a car. It's real comfortable. Here's a quick overview of the interior. So this screen in between the 2 gauges has a ton of options on it. As you can see right now, it's on your miles per hour, your speed. You can click through right here, and there's just all sorts of things. So just a few. You can set up the screen. There's messages, stored messages if you have any of those. Audio, trailer brake control, your trip distance, average miles per gallon. There's just a lot. Elapsed time the engine's been on, distance traveled, fuel economy, tire pressure. This is one thing I wish the Tundra had right there. The tire pressure PSI. So you know what each tire is, so you can, that's more of a safety thing than anything in my opinion. There's a bunch, I'm not going to go through it all, but steering wheel, pretty basic steering wheel with the heated leather around the outside, which is cool. And you get all your buttons up here, and on the back, right behind here, is like your volume and station control, which on my Jeep Wrangler I used to have. I did like that. There is no actual stick shifter. You're dealing with this rotary dial here. And I think this is like an 8.4 inch screen with all sorts of stuff on it. It's got media, just clicking a bunch of stuff here, media. You can control your heated seats on the screen, stuff like that. Your climate control you can do on here too. Navigation, there's cell phone and apps. I don't want to mess with it too much, make my dad mad. Down here, you get all your climate control and stuff like that. Trailer brake control, tow haul mode, parking sensors, and rear cross traffic alert, heated steering wheel, heated seats, some storage cubbies. I mean, there's a ton of storage space, I'll be honest with you. She definitely gets up and goes. I mean, the 5.7 Hemi is, you know, a well-known and well-respected engine, and I can definitely see why. So here's just a quick walk around to the outside. The infamous Ram grille. These look like HID headlights and some fog lights down there. Here are your power fold-away mirrors with turn signal indicators. Chrome door handles, no chrome. These are some big wheels and tires. I don't really care for chrome, but I like the look of the wheel, especially if they were blacked out. These are 20s. Very roadworthy tire, but I know my father's taken this on the beach a bunch of times and it works just fine. Here's something we all want in our Tundras, guys. Spray-in bed liner. Looks like a pretty good and good rugged one. The tailgate isn't an easy lower and lift. So you got your bumper sensors in the back. Regular tail lights. Oh, I forgot to say this when I was inside. That's a power window, which you guys know how I feel about that. Back seat, a lot of fishing gear. My father is an outdoorsman for sure. Good back seat, very similar to the double cab like I have. Same idea. All right, so we're back in the Tundra now, and I'm going to give you some of my likes and dislikes of the Ram, and I'm also going to compare the two trucks and who wins and, you know, what categories and stuff like that so far. First off, this video could be one of many. With the Ram, we can do a lot of comparisons, fuel mileage, things like that. If that's something you would like to see going forward, please let me know in the comments below, and I will make whatever video you guys like. Also, when you leave the comment below, leave me what kind of video you would like to see in particular of these two vehicles against each other. Now, on to the good stuff. So first off, both trucks are great. You know, every truck that you're gonna buy nowadays, it's gonna be a good truck. So you're never gonna steer yourself too wrong. It all comes down to what you want and some of the things you're looking for. So for me, I picked Toyota because, well, my father, whose truck that just was, growing up, a lot of Tacomas, you know, so that kind of started me in that direction, and I took it from there. But Toyotas are reliable, you know, that's a big part of it. I just love the way they look. But growing up, when I was a kid, like, the first truck I really liked was the Ram. I mean, if you're my age or older, Twister, Bill Paxton, that red Dodge Ram he had when he was running from tornadoes, who didn't want that, you know? So I have a lot of respect for Ram. So, you know, this is a totally non-biased thing. But anyway, let's get on to it. Okay, here are the likes and dislikes of each. As far as tech goes, the Ram takes it, you know, pretty much all the way through. It has power, everything. That doesn't necessarily make it better, but it has, you know, that screen in between the speedometer and the tachometer is just totally cool to me. It had so many different things you could shuffle through to see. I really like the tire pressure monitor sensor and the tire pressure screen that shows you what each tire pressure is. That's very convenient. You know, especially if you're going on a trip and you want to even out your tires before you go on a trip, or if you're like my father and you constantly fish off the beach and you bring your truck, you got to air down your tires and, you know, air them back up, stuff like that. So the tech, that's got to go to the Ram. Engine, all right, now this is probably, for me, engine, performance, things like that, number one. I'm going to give the engine to the Tundra. The 5.7 Hemi in the Ram was great, but the Tundra 5.7 is just, I don't know any other term to use. It's just balls to the wall. It just wants to go. It feels like an old school, powerful, just beast of a V8, while the Ram has a lot of power, don't get me wrong, but it seems like more of a conservative approach to the 5.7 V8. I'm sure a bunch of Ram people are going to comment on that one and tell me how wrong I am. I like them both, just know that right now. But as far as the engine goes, I have to give it to the Tundra for sure. Fuel mileage, you know, I didn't drive the Ram enough, but I'm sure fuel mileage is going to go to the Ram. But we'll do another test later on with that if you guys want it. So again, let me know. As far as the feel of the truck goes, I mean, I'm trying not to compare it to the TRD Pro, but that's obviously what I'm in right now. Obviously, I've had other Tundras too. But the Ram is definitely, you know, a great ride as far as, you know, traveling down the road with it. It's not very bumpy. It's smooth. It almost feels like a car. A lot of things work together to make that ride great. I feel like the 20-inch wheels with a roadworthy tire. You know, when you come to the TRD Pro Tundra, and this is why I can't compare them, I have a major off-road suspension here with, I mean, these tires are all-terrain tires. They're not anything crazy, but those 20-inch tires and the, you know, coilovers in the rear instead of the leaf springs, it really keeps the truck planted nice. I give Chrysler a lot of credit for that, or Ram. A lot of credit on that one. That's actually very cool. I haven't taken it off-road, so I can't compare that yet. But that might be a good video, huh? Ram versus the TRD Pro off-road. We'll see what's up with that down the road. Trying to think of some other things. The steering felt the same in both vehicles. You know, it felt pretty decent actually. This has a sway bar. That comes with a factory installed sway bar. So yeah, that's actually, you know, it's a good thing that both trucks steer well. And honestly, with some of the complaints I used to have before I got my sway bar installed, I'm glad that I can say that the Tundra is at least up to par with other brands now when it comes to steering. So we've covered engine, interior feel, like the seats and stuff like that. 100% the Tundra has better seats. I like the feel of the Tundra, way more comfortable. They're not bad in the Ram or anything. And the heated seats, heated steering wheel, very cool. Actually, let me touch on that for a second. The leather wrapped steering wheel was awesome. So it's if you could Frankenstein the two trucks together, you'd be all set. Maybe I need to drive like a 1794 TRD, and you know, that has a lot of the luxury interior stuff just to see. I really like that back window in the Ram is powered. You don't have to go and push it or anything. But overall, in the short ride I took, I enjoy both trucks. I'm glad I own the Tundra. I'm glad my father owns a Ram because I can use it anytime I want. So, what'd you think, guys? What'd you think of the Ram? What do you think of the Tundra compared to the Ram? If you've driven both, where do you feel the Tundra is against the Ram as far as all the things I covered? Did I miss something? You guys know how to comment. That last video, I got the most comments of all time on any of my videos, so don't be afraid to share. Let me know what you think. Obviously, you can comment below or find me on Twitter and Instagram at Tundra234. And don't forget to let me know if you want to see more of these videos and let me know what I should do next. Have a good day.